Hey everybody, it's Mike Venus, Lasso, and I'm back, right? And starting out, I have no beef with Eldre. Eldre in his lane doing lo-fi and watching his ascension um, on YouTube, even though he's on other social platforms, was pretty neat. You know what I'm saying? And but I'm gonna say this, bro, before I get into the subject. Don't fall into the trap that to stay relevant you got to become a salesman. You understand? Like I'm just gonna leave it at that. Don't feel like you becoming a salesman now. And I don't want nobody to think that I'm becoming a salesman because I have no affiliation with anybody of yet. But even if I did, I'll let you know if it's trash. But I'm not. So I'm just gonna keep that 100. You know what I'm saying? But he did this video, which portable sampler is actually worth buying in 2026. He's got the Ableton Move. He's got the K2 or whatever that shit is, and he's got the MPC sample because everybody's hyped up about that, right? And I watched a little bit of this, but I'm gonna go to the comment section so you can see my comment. I said the iPad Mini with Moog Model D and Model 15 app, the drum computer app, with Ableton Note. That's what I'm using. This is the move over any of these portable devices. This from experience, right? Now, if you buy a mini, it's roughly around the same pipe. It's around the same price as any of these little devices, right? Drum computer app, free. Unless you want to pay for the paid version. That's like $40. I'm not doing it. Free. And I can still make sounds with that. It's free, right? The Moog Model D, Model 15 app sounds great. You're still getting the classic synth sound, right? And you can sound design and just do screen recording like I'm doing now. It's going to cost you. But that's not that bad, right? It's still giving you opportunity to make your own sounds. I'm coming from the perspective you make your own stuff. Sounds, original compositions, all that. So understand where I'm coming from when I'm presenting this. Because he's a sample-based producer. I'm not a sample-based producer. I'm going to let you sample-based producers know this so you understand and you don't get offended. You're a fossil. You're dated. Okay? Anybody that's really serious about making money in music should not listen to anybody that's talking about sampling other people's works and trying to make a composition from that and then trying to see money with that. That era is dead. Unless you tie to a major label that can afford to pay the owners of those works what they ask for, which most of you do not, it's dead. Okay? We're in 2026. Learn how to compose. Hell, if you just learn 2 chords and use the damn chord tones of those chords, you can make a beat. Hell, I made a beat with just 1 chord. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't play yourself. Don't listen to these sample-based producers. But, if that's nostalgia, I want to remember, you're not going to make any money. So I'm just going to let you know that off the rip. If you're looking at these tools and you're looking for a sampler, utilize it to sample and sound design. You know what I'm saying? Like sample, I don't know, you banging on shit. I got a bat. I can go out here and just start welling on shit and sample that and then turn it into something. You know what I'm saying? Or I got the birds in the background and you can hear me. I'm outside. All this ambience. I can filter down my voice, just capture the ambience of that. Voila. Sample. You know what I'm saying? right? You can do this. You don't have to go out and buy some crazy ass shit, especially if you already got this in your possession. But I'm saying if you buying it, you know what I'm saying, this is probably a better route to go, right? And it's inconspicuous. You know what I'm saying? When I'm out and about and I got my iPad mini, nobody's like, oh, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? They thinking, okay, he's got a mini, he's maybe watching some YouTube or reading some shit or going on Safari or something. They don't know what I'm doing. It's pretty obvious what you're doing if you got a Move, a K2, or the NPC sample. Okay? This is the real world. This isn't social media. This is the real world. When you out and about and people see what you got and they know what you got, bruh, you're making yourself a target. But let me digress. So yeah, he could be a sample producer because he's making a certain amount of money doing what he does. He does other things, but he might do this now as a hobby. But don't let anybody fool you. Being a sample-based producer in the sense you sampling other people's property, let's keep it 100, property, is not the way to go. Ask Kanye. Or watch the BET special when they was going in about Kanye and his whole situation on his first few albums when he was doing all this sampling. That nigga wasn't gonna make no money. You understand? Learn 2 chords. At least a 2-chord progression. You could slap some drums on there. Use the root note as a bass. Use the chord tones as the base of your melody. You're already there. You're cooking. As I was going. So I said the iPad mini, it don't matter which one you got, with the mode, these apps, this is the move. It's a portable device. I'm outside, bro. I've been cooking outside. Like, I don't think people get it, bro. I personally, I'm an introvert person. I like to be at home, but I don't want to be in a room all day, bro. You know how depressing that shit is? Do you know how depressing that shit is? It's depressing. You know what I'm saying? And then don't let it be one of these when everybody's in this mood thing, when they're setting the mood with all these weird ass colors and shit. Not understanding that certain colors can put you in a certain mood in the sense of making you even more depressed, being in a confined area with no sunlight. I at least have sunlight coming through my window. But I'm like, bro, this is not it. I like to be outside. I want to be outside on my property and enjoying the fresh air and hearing the birds. Get inspired, bro. I can't get inspired looking at the wall and at a computer screen and just on some I'm just gonna pound this out. You know what I'm saying? And I have to just knock out 10. I'm not even trying to make 10 beats a day, bro. 1 is good enough. If it's solid, it's solid. I ain't trying to be out here just blitzing through shit because somebody said that's what you do online. But I'm rambling. But let me get back to the point. I don't see nobody presenting this idea that the iPad mini or the phone, if you got a phone, or an iPad, particularly an iPad mini. I would suggest the iPad mini. It can fit in your hand. Or for Pro or Air. It doesn't matter. This shit all works on it. It's a good portable device if you're making music. Look at Madlib. He been making beats on an iPad for years. I started out making beats on my phone. My first 200-something beats, almost 300 beats, was on my phone. My first 28 projects was on my phone, bro, using GarageBand. You know what I'm saying? Nobody didn't know what I was doing unless I let them know what I was doing. Or they heard what I was doing. But I can put in some headphones. Yeah, I'm going to deal with delay, but I'm a little bit more familiar with how this stuff works. I can have my headphones in and work, and nobody would know what I'm doing. They think I'm listening to a podcast or watching YouTube or listening to some music, my music. You know what I'm saying? As I work. Way more inconspicuous. way more under the radar, and easier to work. I know this is one of their selling points to sell like these little small ass devices, but it's more you making yourself a target, bro. If you're out here, and, I'm gonna pull out. And then the other thing, right? Just I know the NPC sample. I ain't even talking about that. That's really not even on my radar or the K2. But let's say the move, right? Because I've been using Ableton and Ableton Bitwig, similar in construction, similar to the Force. I can do a lot of stuff with it. But when the move came out, I was looking at it. Now, obviously, I can get busy with 4 tracks. That ain't nothing to me. A lot of people, they was bitching and complaining. But I'm like, a lot of people drop Ableton Note. Note has the same things as the move. It's just that Note gives you 8 tracks. So it's almost like having the light version of Ableton on your phone or on an iPad. To a degree. The stock sounds is solid. It's Ableton. Stock sounds is pretty solid. You got the drift synth. If you pay for it, it's like $4. Together with the purchasing the app, that's like $10, bro. That's easy. That's easy entry level. And then you get a free version of Light. Like you just bought like a MIDI control or something. So if you want to take it to your computer and arrange it out that way, if you ain't trying to work in scenes or clips, you cooking. You still limited to 8 tracks, but you still cooking. You can cook with that. You know what I'm saying? You can get busy with that. And then, like I said, the Move, Model D, Model 15 app is solid. I'm still trying to get familiar with the Model 15 app, how to patch it up. It's weird. But I got time. I can work on it. The Model D one is pretty straightforward. It's just like the mini mode. Solid. Right? And then the drum computer, like you can craft your own drum sounds. It's so cool. You know what I'm saying? It's so cool. And I'm like, bro, I got everything I need. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's even suggesting this. But it's funny, every time, whenever I was looking at videos of people demonstrating them using Ableton Note, for the most part, the majority of them used it on their fucking phone. Like, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to have to do all this pinching and shit with your fingers and do all this programming and MIDI writing with your fingers, wouldn't you want a bigger surface? Why don't you use an iPad? Everybody's using a fucking phone. These people are brain dead, bro. Like, I mean, hell, I could sell this shit. You know what I'm saying? Using some fucking common sense and just, like, charisma. And simplifying it and making it so easy that anybody can do this. You can do this. I digress. But, you know, it's kind of like a ramble. But I'm just pointing out the iPad Mini, iPad Air. If you want to go pro, that's on you. It's just as good as the MPC sample, the Teenage Engineer K2, or the Ableton Move. I think maybe the people who were given the free license of the app or that were in league with Ableton when it first got launched was probably told to quiet down because that will interfere with the Move, especially if someone like me look at, the Move is limited to 4 tracks and the Ableton Note has 8. Why wouldn't I just go with Ableton Note? I got a phone. I got iPads. You know what I'm saying? I'll just get Note. It's cheaper. I already spent the most money buying the damn iPad. Getting the app is nothing. $10 ain't shit compared to like hundreds of dollars or thousands. Like, stop. You know what I'm saying? So that's maybe why like the Ableton Note app has been kind of put on like into the shadow realm online, because like outside of me making some videos about me making music on it or displaying my music, The last like major videos been made on it was 3 years ago when it launched. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting for that update where we get the audio tracks. Because once you get the audio tracks, I can easily buy a dongle and hook up a audio interface, and I'm cooking. I'm cooking, cooking, and it sounds good. It sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip, because it sounds good. These speakers on the iPad is far better than the ones that's in these devices. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could be out here chucking and jiving and risking your brand trying to sell a toy, because them toys. Besides, hey, I'm gonna put you on game. If you got an iPad, you got a phone, iPhone, man, get able to know, bro. You gonna get a free license of Ableton, the light version. Same if you buy a MIDI controller. Register that shit. Register that, and then you got the cloud. You can transfer at least 5 things before you have to pay for the cloud. Y'all ain't thinking smart, bro. Think smarter, not harder. You understand? The objective of making, if you doing this for money, music, is to make money, not blow money. You understand? Not to be spending money on stupid shit. This shit is just a distraction, bro. Lock in. You understand? If I could do it with 3 tracks on a $10 app, with some apps I bought years ago on an iPad, you can do it too. Stop playing with me. So with that, no disrespect to Eldre, focus on making your music, bro. Don't become a salesman. I know that's the trend on social media. You trying to stay relevant, but just stick to making your music, bro. And if you do this to sell shit for fun, that's another thing. That ain't none of my business. But don't tell me it's sugar when it's shit. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is toys. This shit, it's not even gonna be resellable on Reverb. You understand? You're gonna buy this shit and it's gonna become a paperweight. You understand? Don't play in my face or other people, especially your audience. And that's why I'm not subscribed to them. Was, but not. So, I'm Mike Venus, La Soul. Let me know what you think about the iPad mini and working on the iPad to make music. Because really, at the end of the day, it doesn't really... It all sounds